Congratulations, graduates, and best of luck on all your future adventures.
Congratulations to the class of 2021. You did it!
Congratulations, PG graduates. You should be proud. You've earned it. Enjoy and celebrate. Congratulations.
Congratulations, class of 2021.
Congratulations, class of 2021. Good luck to all of you.
Congratulations, class of 2021. You've made it, you've arrived. I can't wait to see the great things that you do and all the places that you go. Boiler up.
Congratulations, class of 2021.
I'm so proud of you. Congratulations. You did it.
Congratulations, Purdue University graduates. All your hard work has paid off. Have a wonderful time celebrating today. Cheers to you.
Congratulations, graduates, you did it!
Congratulations, graduates.
Congratulations to the class of 2021. You did it!
Congratulations, graduates, and best of luck on all your future adventures.
Congratulations, PG graduates. You should be proud. You've earned it. Enjoy and celebrate. Congratulations.
Congratulations, class of 2021.
Congratulations, class of 2021. Good luck to all of you.
Congratulations, class of 2021. You've made it, you've arrived. I can't wait to see the great things that you do and all the places that you go. Boiler up.
Congratulations, class of 2021.
I am so proud of you. Congratulations. You did it.
Good day. I'm Frank Dooley, Chancellor of Purdue University Global, and let me be the first to welcome you to our 10th commencement ceremony. As we all know, this has been a year unlike any other, but against this backdrop, I'm so thankful that your graduation gives us reason to take pause and celebrate. And in particular, this ceremony has been specifically designed to celebrate you and your tremendous success. Although we cannot be together, one advantage of a virtual graduation is it gives us the opportunity to connect from wherever you're watching around the globe. It's quite remarkable. We're celebrating across the United States and around the world in places as far away as India and Korea. I love that we can remain close through this institution as we commemorate your accomplishments today. And now it brings me great pleasure to introduce our vocalist who's graduating today and will be singing the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you for sharing your amazing voice with us. You're so talented. I'm going to go out on a limb and suggest, graduates, that while you were all amazing, you didn't get to this momentous day on your own. You leaned on family and friends for encouragement and support throughout your journey at Purdue Global. Today you're with them. Just take a moment to show appreciation. And if not, be sure to text, call, or email them to express your gratitude. It's so great to see all of you with your loved ones. We are proud that our Purdue Global student body includes almost 5,800 active duty, National Guard, and Reserve military members serving around the globe, over 1,500 military family members, and 3,000 veterans. That's over 10,000 of our students affiliated with the military. To those students, thank you so much for your service. While I'm at it, let me share with you why your class and alma mater are so remarkable. Around the world, over 10,000 of you graduated from Purdue Global in the last year. Almost 50% of you are the first in your family to attend college, and 61% of you have a child or other dependent. These numbers shape the individuals who join you in the classroom and will also join you in the workforce. Now it is my distinct honor to introduce our commencement speaker, Asa Marshall. Asa is a 2020 Purdue Global graduate who earned magna cum laude honors for her bachelor's degree in health science, and she's now pursuing a pre-med degree. Join me in welcoming Asa.
Hi, my name is Asa Marshall, and I am here to personally congratulate each and every one of you for such an amazing accomplishment. You are Purdue University Global's 2021 grads. That is such a great accomplishment, and you all should be very, very proud of how far you have come to where you are right now. Each of your journeys have all been different, and each of you, I'm sure, had to overcome so many things to get to where you are today. This day reminds me of the day when I was actually in your seat. It was July of 2020, so it wasn't that long ago. And I was so filled with excitement, joy, tears, like it was the greatest day and experience of my life. The whole entire week actually was just a week of preparation and just being full of anticipation, wondering and waiting like for my name to be called and how I would react or how my friends and family would react. It was just such a great day. And I know each of you are like probably feeling the exact same way I was. And you should. You deserve to, because you've come a long way and you've worked so incredibly hard. I really want to hone in on the fact of all the things you had to do, all the sacrifices you've had to make to get to where you are now. Overcoming is a very important term for me. It's very personal to me. And it's something I think that, it's a word actually, I think that we tend to overlook. To get to where we want to be, to accomplish our goals, most likely there are going to be a lot of things that we have to overcome. Challenges, obstacles, adversities, fears, right? Fear of unknown. That was mine. Fear of unknown. I come from a background, well, my family, I'm the first to graduate high school, yet alone also graduate college. So that fear of not being smart enough or not being good enough, not fitting in, that was always something that set deep within me. So to accomplish my degree with a wonderful school, Purdue University Global is regionally accredited. That's big. Like, we have degrees from a school, a university that has a very, very prestigious name. So we should definitely take pride in that. You have accomplished more than just an average degree. Some of you have had to deal with this journey while being a single parent or having kids, period, right? Some of you may also be in the military, so having to juggle between the responsibilities of being on active duty and also working and accomplishing your degree, furthering your education. And then there are others that had to do this while working full time. But most important, the biggest challenge I think that all of you have overcome is COVID. We are in the midst of a huge pandemic right now, and you have fought and you have experienced all that you have and still accomplished furthering your education. That's huge, and that deserves moments of in years of recognition. There's a famous quote that I want to share with you by Roger Crawford. He says, being challenged is inevitable, but being defeated is optional. I know some of you are wondering right now, so I got my degree, but how am I going to get into the workforce? And the economy is still on the uprising. People are still facing unemployment. Well, I want to let you know that of all the things you have overcome already, you will overcome this too. So just take a moment and just reflect on how far you've come. And just know that you came this far. There's nothing that's going to be able to stop you, and it will stop you. So take great pride, be full of joy, and know that you deserve this, and you will continue to be successful every day forward. And for those of you that lost family members and friends during this pandemic, I want to send my condolences to you all. This has been a very difficult time for all of us, and we have to keep pushing. We have to keep going, dealing with the people, so many massive amounts of people that are homeless, and we're having to wear a mask everywhere we go to protect ourselves, protect our community, protect our kids. There's a lot going on right now. But as I mentioned before, we're all fighters, and we have come this far, and we will continue to move forward. So, as you move forward with your degree, Hold this with great pride, with great joy, because you deserve this. Congratulations again to each of you, and I wish you all of the best and have a wonderful, wonderful celebration. You deserve it.
Thank you, Asa. Now it's time to highlight our graduates for this year. We also want to celebrate our master's candidates who make up 9% of our nation's population. What an incredible achievement. Congratulations to you. Next, we are proud to recognize graduates who have earned academic honors by achieving high cumulative grade point averages in their associate's or bachelor's programs. They are noted with an asterisk next to their name in the program. Congratulations, cum laude graduates. Congratulations, magna cum laude graduates. And for our graduates who have demonstrated exemplary ability and discipline by earning perfect scores in all of their courses at the university, our summa cum laude graduates. Wow, straight A's the entire time you're here? Congratulations on your great achievement. Class of 2021, all of us at Purdue Global are so proud of you, but I want to share a few messages from some of your biggest fans.
Congratulations, Purdue Global graduates. You are now part of a Purdue network of more than 500,000 alumni. Together, we are Purdue for life. Boiler up and hail Purdue Global!
Purdue University Global Class of 2021. You made it to this day, graduation day.
Congratulations, class of 2021. You have made us all so proud.
Congratulations, graduates. 2021 was your year. You did it.
Congratulations, class of 2021. You did it. Now time to celebrate.
Hey grads, congratulations. It's a huge accomplishment, and I can't wait to print your diplomas.
Congratulations, graduates. You've done a great job. You made us proud.
I just love seeing the congratulatory messages coming to us from all over. So graduates, I want to ask you right now, how do you feel? Well, these are so great to see, it just makes it more of a celebration. Be sure to show the world your accomplishment and include the hashtag Purdue Global Proud when posting these on social media. And now it's time for the main event, recognizing your achievement. Graduates, I am pleased to present you for graduation. You've been approved by the faculty for a doctorate, master's, bachelor's, associate, or certificate, and your name appears on the official list of candidates. Congratulations. So let's get started. Graduates, your name will be called by your school as listed in the program.
Congratulations to all 2021 graduates from the College of Social and Behavioral Sciences. On behalf of the entire faculty and staff, we applaud your accomplishment and recognize the great sacrifices you and your family have made to make this possible. You will go on to not only support your families, but your communities as well. You will make a difference and serve as a shining example of what perseverance and hard work can do for your future. I am often asked what a Purdue University Global graduate looks like. And my answer is that they look like all of you. Everyone is different, but the commitment to achieving a hard-fought goal is the same. You now join a family of over 30,000 Purdue Global alumni and more than 500,000 Purdue University alumni. I encourage you to join the Purdue University Alumni Association, as it is a valuable network and resource for all of our graduates. Again, congratulations, and know that we are proud of you and the work you have done to reach this point. However, this is just the beginning for you, and we know that your future also holds great things. Don't lose your passions, your integrity, and your ability to persist through challenges, as all of these traits will serve you later in life.
Greetings, graduates. Congratulations. The entire faculty and staff from the School of General Education are very proud of you and your accomplishments, and we are overjoyed to share in the excitement of your graduation. You have worked hard for this moment. I know that your family and friends are just as proud and excited as I am to see you finish your degree. You had a lot of support throughout your journey, so be sure to take some time to thank those that helped you along the way. I'm sure that the effort you put forward to complete your academic work and degree will carry over to benefit you within your career. I would like to invite you to join the Purdue University Alumni Group. Now celebrate you, and remember, it is a unique and notable event, your graduation. Best of luck and congratulations.
Abigail Barnes, Postgraduate Certificate in Applied Behavior Analysis.
Michael Dunlop, Postgraduate Certificate in Applied Behavior Analysis.
Michelle Kennett, Postgraduate Certificate in Applied Behavior Analysis.
Adlin Nelson, Postgraduate Certificate in Applied Behavior Analysis.
Cara Wilson, Postgraduate Certificate in Applied Behavior Analysis.
Geeta Argawal, Master of Science in Psychology, Applied Behavior Analysis.
Arshalis Arkopian, Master of Science in Psychology, Applied Behavior Analysis.
Asha Albert, Master of Science in Psychology, Industrial Organizational Psychology.
Charity Bailey, Master of Science in Psychology, Industrial Organizational Psychology.
Nicole Berger, Master of Science in Psychology, Applied Behavior Analysis.
Shelby Berry, Master of Science in Psychology, General Psychology.
Stephanie Bowles, Master of Science in Psychology, Forensic Psychology.
Jalaiki Burgos, Master of Science in Psychology, General Psychology.
Layla Cardenas, Master of Science in Psychology, Forensic Psychology.
Maditza Shaidez, Master of Science in Psychology, Applied Behavior Analysis.
Shirael Chrislam, Master of Science in Psychology, Applied Behavior Analysis.
Demetrian Davis, Master of Science in Psychology, Applied Behavior Analysis.
Tasha Monique Davas, Master of Science in Psychology, General Psychology.
Ashley Dominguez, Master of Science in Psychology, Applied Behavior Analysis.
Stephanie Duran, U.S. Navy veteran, Master of Science in Psychology, Applied Behavior Analysis.
Stephanie Drake, Master of Science in Psychology, Applied Behavior Analysis.
Adrienne Dredd, Master of Science in Psychology, Applied Behavior Analysis.
Hyder Elias, Master of Science in Psychology, General Psychology.
Destiny Espinoza, Master of Science in Psychology, Applied Behavior Analysis.
Jasmine Evans, Master of Science in Psychology, Applied Behavior Analysis.
Khadija Faishan, Master of Science in Psychology, Applied Behavior Analysis.
Renad Ghazi Jabber, Master of Science in Psychology, General Psychology.
Kelly Giarda, Master of Science in Psychology, Applied Behavior Analysis.
Shaquela Good, Master of Science in Psychology, Applied Behavior Analysis.
Brianna Hobbs, Master of Science in Psychology, Applied Behavior Analysis.
Rebecca Holland Prather, Master of Science in Psychology, Applied Behavior Analysis.
Terry Holt, Master of Science in Psychology, Applied Behavior Analysis.
Karina Jones, Master of Science in Psychology, Applied Behavior Analysis.
Anisha Karur, Master of Science in Psychology, General Psychology.
Michaela Kennel, Master of Science in Psychology, Applied Behavior Analysis.
Nicole Lambert, Master of Science in Psychology, Applied Behavior Analysis.
Elizabeth Leach, Master of Science in Psychology, General Psychology.
William Leon, Master of Science in Psychology, Applied Behavior Analysis.
Brittany Lewis, Master of Science in Psychology, Industrial Organizational Psychology.
Katie Lewis, Master of Science in Psychology, General Psychology.
Virginia Lewis, Master of Science in Psychology, Applied Behavior Analysis.
Adagio Ligon, Master of Science in Psychology, Applied Behavior Analysis.
Christina Little, Master of Science in Psychology, Applied Behavior Analysis.
Chandrea Lowry, Master of Science in Psychology, Applied Behavior Analysis.
Molly Macy, Master of Science in Psychology, Industrial Organizational Psychology.
Amber Martin, Master of Science in Psychology, Forensic Psychology.
Amber Matthews, Master of Science in Psychology, Applied Behavior Analysis.
Sorsha McLeese Drake, Master of Science in Psychology, Applied Behavior Analysis.
Vayrushka McDowell, Master of Science in Psychology, Applied Behavior Analysis.
Randall Melton, Master of Science in Psychology, Addictions.
Roberta Mary Saint, Master of Science in Psychology, Applied Behavior Analysis.
Ciara Miles, Master of Science in Psychology, Applied Behavior Analysis.
Michelle Miller, Master of Science in Psychology, Applied Behavior Analysis.
Brittany Moore, Master of Science in Psychology, Industrial Organizational Psychology.
Stephanie Mora, Master of Science in Psychology, Applied Behavior Analysis.
Tomorrow Lachey Morris, Master of Science in Psychology, Addictions.
Justina Nelson, Master of Science in Psychology, Applied Behavior Analysis.
Stella Nkem Nzikwe Azakwu, Master of Science in Psychology, Applied Behavior Analysis.
Jody Aller, Master of Science in Psychology, Applied Behavior Analysis.
Teresa Pardreau, Master of Science in Psychology, Addictions.
Lindsay Page, Master of Science in Psychology, General Psychology.
Aurelio Paredes, Master of Science in Psychology, Applied Behavior Analysis.
Delina Perez, Master of Science in Psychology, Applied Behavior Analysis.
Gabriela Perez, Master of Science in Psychology, Industrial Organizational Psychology.
Nicole Fennings, Master of Science in Psychology, Applied Behavior Analysis.
Allison Powell, Master of Science in Psychology, Applied Behavior Analysis.
Wakil Karar, Master of Science in Psychology, Applied Behavior Analysis.
Diana Ramirez Valdez, Master of Science in Psychology, Applied Behavior Analysis.
Andrea Rembert, U.S. Army, Master of Science in Psychology, Forensic Psychology.
Cassidy Rolek, Master of Science in Psychology, Applied Behavior Analysis.
Janelle Russo, Master of Science in Psychology, Applied Behavior Analysis.
Diane Sager, Master of Science in Psychology, Applied Behavior Analysis.
Zahid Salarzai, Master of Science in Psychology, Applied Behavior Analysis.
Cheryl Lynn Sanders, Master of Science in Psychology, Applied Behavior Analysis.
Carlos Santana, U.S. Navy veteran, Master of Science in Psychology, General Psychology.
Destiny Skates, Master of Science in Psychology, Addictions.
Jacqueline Shackle, Master of Science in Psychology, Applied Behavior Analysis.
Tamika Sims, Master of Science in Psychology, Applied Behavior Analysis.
Saifi Sabani, Master of Science in Psychology, Industrial Organizational Psychology.
Raina St. Clair Yaden, Master of Science in Psychology, Forensic Psychology.
Brielle Stanks, Master of Science in Psychology, Applied Behavior Analysis.
Sarah Tabor, Master of Science in Psychology, Applied Behavior Analysis.
Fatima Tijani, Master of Science in Psychology, Applied Behavior Analysis.
Malagros Trinidad, Master of Science in Psychology, Applied Behavior Analysis.
Jasmine Turrentine, Master of Science in Psychology, General Psychology.
Amari Tyler, Master of Science in Psychology, General Psychology.
Keisha Waller, Master of Science in Psychology, Applied Behavior Analysis.
Amanda Warm, Master of Science in Psychology, Applied Behavior Analysis.
Julia Widener, Master of Science in Psychology, Applied Behavior Analysis.
Ivy Woodruff, Master of Science in Psychology, Applied Behavior Analysis.
Melody Zimmerman, Master of Science in Psychology, Addictions.
Niang Zhou, Master of Science in Psychology, Applied Behavior Analysis.
Nicole Amante, Bachelor of Science in Psychology, Applied Behavior Analysis.
Kirsten Andrews, Bachelor of Science in Psychology and Applied Behavior Analysis.
Amber Atterbury, Bachelor of Science in Psychology in Industrial Organizational Psychology.
Abby Boz, Bachelor of Science in Psychology in Addictions.
Radhika Balasubramanian, Bachelor of Science in Psychology in Applied Behavior Analysis.
Shakayla Bentley, U.S. Army, Bachelor of Science in Psychology and Applied Behavior Analysis.
Kelsey Berry, Bachelor of Science in Psychology in Addictions.
Shafron Bay, Bachelor of Science in Psychology and Applied Behavior Analysis.
Erica Bond, Bachelor of Science in Psychology in Applied Behavior Analysis.
Kendra Brandon, U.S. Army, Bachelor of Science in Psychology and Applied Behavior Analysis.
Kevin Braun, Bachelor of Science in Psychology and Applied Behavior Analysis.
Latoya Burnett, U.S. Army veteran, Bachelor of Science in Psychology and Applied Behavior Analysis.
Nadia Cabana, Bachelor of Science in Psychology in Applied Behavior Analysis.
Amanda Carey, Bachelor of Science in Psychology and Applied Behavior Analysis.
Faith A. Carlu Provost, Bachelor of Science in Psychology in Addictions.
Courtney Chapman, Bachelor of Science in Psychology and Applied Behavior Analysis.
Felicia Coleman, Bachelor of Science in Psychology in Applied Behavior Analysis.
Laura May Cooper, Bachelor of Science in Psychology and Applied Behavior Analysis.
Kathleen Corteliu, Bachelor of Science in Psychology in Applied Behavior Analysis.
Amanda Kraft, Bachelor of Science in Psychology and Applied Behavior Analysis.
Kendra Cryan, Bachelor of Science in Psychology in Applied Behavior Analysis.
Siobhan David, U.S. Navy, Bachelor of Science in Psychology and Applied Behavior Analysis.
Christopher Diedrich, Bachelor of Science in Psychology in Addictions.
Jared DeFore, U.S. Marines, Bachelor of Science in Psychology and Applied Behavior Analysis.
Tara Demeen, Bachelor of Science in Psychology in Addictions.
Victoria Doe, U.S. Air Force veteran, Bachelor of Science in Psychology and Applied Behavior Analysis.
Joanna Dolan, Bachelor of Science in Psychology and Applied Behavior Analysis.
Sierra Duncan, Bachelor of Science in Psychology and Applied Behavior Analysis.
Katie Elshamai, Bachelor of Science in Psychology and Applied Behavior Analysis.
Francesca Faringo, Bachelor of Science in Psychology and Applied Behavior Analysis.
Sarah Gaylord, Bachelor of Science in Psychology and Applied Behavior Analysis.
Jeremy Gray, U.S. Army veteran, Bachelor of Science in Psychology and Applied Behavior Analysis.
Harmony Growth, Bachelor of Science in Psychology and Industrial Organizational Psychology.
Stephanie Gustin, Bachelor of Science in Psychology and Applied Behavior Analysis.
Natasha Hardy, Bachelor of Science in Psychology and Applied Behavior Analysis.
Shannon Heater, Bachelor of Science in Psychology and Applied Behavior Analysis.
Emily Henry, Bachelor of Science in Psychology and Addictions.
Kelly Higgins, Bachelor of Science in Psychology in Addictions.
Tanya Hill Rodriguez, U.S. Army, Bachelor of Science in Psychology and Applied Behavior Analysis.
Bridget Hornberg, Bachelor of Science in Psychology and Applied Behavior Analysis.
Sarah Hughes, Bachelor of Science in Psychology and Addictions.
Donna Ianazi, Bachelor of Science in Psychology in Addictions.
Nipun Jain, Bachelor of Science in Psychology and Industrial Organizational Psychology.
Khadija Johnson, Bachelor of Science in Psychology in Addictions.
Doris Jones, Bachelor of Science in Psychology in Addictions.
Letitia Kelly, Bachelor of Science in Psychology and Applied Behavior Analysis.
Stacy Kirkham, Bachelor of Science in Psychology in Addictions.
Kayla Kirkman, Bachelor of Science in Psychology and Applied Behavior Analysis.
Ashley Kleinsmith, Bachelor of Science in Psychology and Applied Behavior Analysis.
Ashley Custer, Bachelor of Science in Psychology and Applied Behavior Analysis.
Deborah Leach, Bachelor of Science in Psychology in Addictions.
Marjorie A. Linton, Bachelor of Science in Psychology and Applied Behavior Analysis.
Francis Latta, Bachelor of Science in Psychology in Addictions.
Malia Lyon, Bachelor of Science in Psychology and Applied Behavior Analysis.
Nichelle Mabel, Bachelor of Science in Psychology and Applied Behavior Analysis.
Bridget Martin, Bachelor of Science in Psychology in Addictions.
Rebecca Matanik, U.S. Army veteran, Bachelor of Science in Psychology in Addictions.
Helen Matlow, Bachelor of Science in Psychology, Applied Behavior Analysis.
Kirsten Miner, Bachelor of Science in Psychology and Applied Behavior Analysis.
Regina Mundell, Bachelor of Science in Psychology in Industrial Organizational Psychology.
Mariah Paez Ornelas, Bachelor of Science in Psychology and Applied Behavior Analysis.
Andrea Valeria Pandan, Bachelor of Science in Psychology and Applied Behavior Analysis.
Chad Purdue, Bachelor of Science in Psychology in Addictions.
Tamika Perry, Bachelor of Science in Psychology and Applied Behavior Analysis.
Wendy Poole, Bachelor of Science in Psychology in Addictions.
Tammy Provo, Bachelor of Science in Psychology and Applied Behavior Analysis.
Ariel Richardson, Bachelor of Science in Psychology and Applied Behavior Analysis.
Nashay Roberts, Bachelor of Science in Psychology in Addictions.
Evelyn Robles, Bachelor of Science in Psychology and Applied Behavior Analysis.
Caitlin Rodriguez, U.S. Air Force, Bachelor of Science in Psychology in Addictions.
Teresito Rodriguez, Bachelor of Science in Psychology and Applied Behavior Analysis.
Ana Rosario de Castro, Bachelor of Science in Psychology and Applied Behavior Analysis.
Heather Sabin, Bachelor of Science in Psychology and Industrial Organizational Psychology.
Courtney Sinsley, Bachelor of Science in Psychology and Applied Behavior Analysis.
Jo Mary Serrano, Bachelor of Science in Psychology and Applied Behavior Analysis.
Marissa Chauvelski, Bachelor of Science in Psychology in Addictions.
Sarah Sinsel, Bachelor of Science in Psychology and Applied Behavior Analysis.
Aaron Slattery, Bachelor of Science in Psychology and Industrial Organizational Psychology.
Shelley Smith, Bachelor of Science in Psychology and Applied Behavior Analysis.
Justin Sorrell, Bachelor of Science in Psychology in Industrial Organizational Psychology.
Michelle Sparks, Bachelor of Science in Psychology and Addictions.
Christiana Stalnacker, Bachelor of Science in Psychology in Addictions.
Patricia Stubenrod, Bachelor of Science in Psychology and Applied Behavior Analysis.
Sandra Thomas, Bachelor of Science in Psychology in Addictions.
Felicita Torres Ayala, Bachelor of Science in Psychology and Applied Behavior Analysis.
Jacqueline Trevor, Bachelor of Science in Psychology and Applied Behavior Analysis.
Haley Walker, Bachelor of Science in Psychology and Applied Behavior Analysis.
Tamika Watkins, Bachelor of Science in Psychology in Addictions.
Paige Webb, Bachelor of Science in Psychology and Applied Behavior Analysis.
Brittany Whitehill, Bachelor of Science in Psychology in Addictions.
Brandy Williams, Bachelor of Science in Psychology and Applied Behavior Analysis.
Jennifer Marie Williams, Bachelor of Science in Psychology and Applied Behavior Analysis.
Victoria Williams, Bachelor of Science in Psychology and Applied Behavior Analysis.
Audrey Wills, Bachelor of Science in Psychology in Addictions.
Andre Wilson, Bachelor of Science in Psychology and Applied Behavior Analysis.
Mina Wilson, Bachelor of Science in Psychology in Industrial Organizational Psychology.
Michelle Raitt, Bachelor of Science in Psychology and Applied Behavior Analysis.
Zoli Yan, Bachelor of Science in Psychology and Applied Behavior Analysis.
Brittany Younger, Bachelor of Science in Psychology and Applied Behavior Analysis.
Shagufta Zaidi, Bachelor of Science in Psychology and Applied Behavior Analysis.
Nardine Famai, Applied Behavior Analysis Post-Baccalaureate Certificate.
Sammy Jones, Applied Behavior Analysis Post-Baccalaureate Certificate.
Lavina Offer, Graduate Certificate in Addictions.
Christian Piquet, Graduate Certificate in Addictions.
Gabriela Sanchez, Applied Behavior Analysis Post-Baccalaureate Certificate. Jenny Acuff Roberts, Master of Science in Higher Education, College Teaching.
Catherine Adams, Master of Science in Educational Psychology.
Hope Adkins, Master of Science in Higher Education, College Administration and Leadership.
Timothy Alderdice, U.S. Army veteran, Master of Science in Instructional Design and Technology.
Josephine Alvarado, Master of Science in Higher Education, College Administration and Leadership.
Dejane Askew, Master of Science in Higher Education, College Teaching.
Amy Bandy, Master of Science in Education, teaching students with special needs.
Theodore Barnes, Master of Science in Higher Education, College Administration and Leadership.
Deanna Belt, Master of Science in Higher Education, Student Affairs.
Amanda Black, Master of Science in Higher Education, College Teaching.
Kiana Bradshaw, Master of Science in Higher Education, College Administration and Leadership.
Anya Brown, Master of Science in Higher Education, Student Affairs.
Joshua Brown, Master of Science in Instructional Design and Technology.
Lavon Brown, Master of Science in Instructional Design and Technology.
Dawn Cadogan, Master of Science in Educational Psychology.
Kathy Calzadillas, Master of Science in Education, Educational Leadership.
Julie Christensen, Master of Science in Higher Education, College Administration and Leadership.
Chastity Clark, Master of Science in Education, Educational Leadership.
Temkai Clark, Master of Science in Education, Teaching Literacy and Language.
Jared Clater, Master of Science in Higher Education, College Administration and Leadership.
David Cross, Master of Science in Higher Education, College Administration and Leadership.
Kelly Dahl, Master of Arts in Teaching.
Sabrina Farias, Master of Science in Educational Psychology.
Chloe Flickinger, Master of Science in Educational Psychology.
Delaney Fordell, Master of Science in Higher Education, College Administration and Leadership.
Nikia Gardner, Master of Science in Education, teaching students with special needs.
Maggie Gerald, Master of Science in Higher Education, College Administration and Leadership.
Abigail Gorham, Master of Science in Educational Psychology.
Nayeli Guzman, Master of Arts in Teaching.
Christina Healy, Master of Science in Higher Education, Student Affairs.
Meredith Helderly, Master of Science in Higher Education, College Administration and Leadership.
Celeste Hernandez, Master of Science in Educational Psychology.
Heather Hunter, Master of Science in Instructional Design and Technology.
Shamika Hunter, Master of Science in Education, teaching literacy and language.
Melissa Johnson, U.S. Army veteran, Master of Arts in Teaching.
Moshika Johnson, Master of Arts in Teaching.
Sinataloa Amethyst Leoma Papali'i, Master of Science in Education, Teaching Literacy and Language. Deborah Lewis, Master of Science in Higher Education, Student Affairs.
Joseph Linfanti, Master of Science in Education, Educational Leadership.
Brittany Locke, Master of Science in Higher Education, College Administration and Leadership.
Brianna Lopez, Master of Science in Educational Psychology.
Paula Lopez, Master of Science in Educational Psychology.
Branka Manojlovic, Master of Arts in Teaching.
Shauna McClure, Master of Science in Higher Education, College Administration and Leadership.
Beenher Mahula, Master of Science in Education, Teaching Literacy and Language.
Karen Milbourne, Master of Arts in Teaching.
Francesca Moncayo, Master of Science in Education, Teaching Literacy and Language.
Robin Moore, Master of Science in Higher Education, College Administration and Leadership, and Bachelor of Science in Health Science.
Nathan Mortensen, Master of Science in Higher Education, Student Affairs.
Mackie Newhauser, Master of Science in Higher Education, College Administration and Leadership.
Corey Peel, Master of Science in Higher Education, College Teaching.
Hanan Riley, Master of Science in Higher Education, Student Affairs.
Kawana Michelle Ringgold, Master of Science in Education, Teaching Literacy and Language.
Jordan Sanderson, Master of Science in Higher Education, College Administration and Leadership.
Estefan Santos, Master of Science in Higher Education, College Teaching.
Cedric Satterfield, U.S. Army veteran, Master of Science in Instructional Design and Technology.
Diana Sawyer, Master of Arts in Teaching.
Lauren Truscott Saxton II, Master of Science in Higher Education, College Administration and Leadership.
Michaela Scott Kratiker, Master of Science in Higher Education, College Administration and Leadership.
Amanda Sprayberry, U.S. Army veteran, Master of Science in Higher Education, College Administration and Leadership.
Marie Stevenson, Master of Science in Education, Educational Leadership.
Holly Sonafrank, Master of Science in Higher Education, College Administration and Leadership.
Dana Takash, Master of Science in Educational Psychology.
Lavone Thompson, Master of Science in Educational Psychology.
Gwendolyn Thorpe, Master of Science in Higher Education, College Administration and Leadership.
Samantha Tinkey, Master of Science in Instructional Design and Technology.
Maria Varchetto, Master of Science in Instructional Design and Technology.
John Walsh, Master of Science in Instructional Design and Technology.
Brian Wharton, Master of Science in Higher Education, Student Affairs.
Regina Williams, Master of Science in Instructional Design and Technology.
Courtney Winfrey, Master of Arts in Teaching.
Kelly Wen, Master of Science in Higher Education, Student Affairs.
Renee DePass, Graduate Certificate in Instructional Design and Technology.
Patricia Mompremier, Graduate Certificate in Instructional Design and Technology.
Taylor Townsend, Graduate Certificate in Instructional Design and Technology.
Marcus Weeks, Graduate Certificate in Instructional Design and Technology. Dana Carter, Master of Public Administration. Aaron Enoch, Master of Public Administration.
Pamela Hill, Master of Public Administration.
Pagan Kersey, Master of Public Administration.
Richard Layton, U.S. Army, Master of Public Administration.
Stephanie Robinson, Master of Public Administration.
Shanitha Smith, Master of Public Administration.
Lauren Varner, Master of Public Administration.
Corey Bankert, Bachelor of Science in Early Childhood Administration.
Tara Belucio, U.S. Navy veteran, Bachelor of Science in Early Childhood Administration.
Ashley Blackwell, Bachelor of Science in Early Childhood Administration.
Jordan Bray, Bachelor of Science in Communication.
Casman Campbell, Bachelor of Science in Early Childhood Education.
Rodolfo Campos, U.S. Army, Bachelor of Science in Liberal Studies.
Nefra Cannon, Bachelor of Science in Liberal Studies.
Corey Carlisle, U.S. Army, Bachelor of Science in Liberal Studies.
Billy Chastain, U.S. Marines, Bachelor of Science in Liberal Studies.
Shauna Collins, U.S. Army, Bachelor of Science in Liberal Studies.
Nick Cooklin, U.S. Marines, Bachelor of Science in Liberal Studies.
John Danos, U.S. Army veteran, Bachelor of Science in Fire and Emergency Management.
Rahayu Joyohadi Kusumo, Bachelor of Science in Liberal Studies, Leadership.
Patrice Dunstan, Bachelor of Science in Liberal Studies.
Aljalil Edie, U.S. Army veteran, Bachelor of Science in Liberal Studies.
Mache Edmond, Bachelor of Science in Early Childhood Administration.
Gary Oaf, Bachelor of Science in Liberal Studies.
LaChina Eskridge, Bachelor of Science in Early Childhood.
Alicia Feliciano, Bachelor of Science in Liberal Studies, Leadership.
Brianna Fayin, U.S. Air Force, Bachelor of Science in Fire and Emergency Management.
Kiara Guyana, Bachelor of Science in Fire and Emergency Management.
Amanda Gomez, Bachelor of Science in Early Childhood Administration.
Shalonda Green, Bachelor of Science in Early Childhood Administration.
Michelle Hathaway, Bachelor of Science in Communication.
Janeska Hernandez, U.S. Army, Bachelor of Science in Liberal Studies.
Michael Higgins, U.S. Navy veteran, Bachelor of Science in Fire and Emergency Management.
Stephanie Hunt, Bachelor of Science in Liberal Studies.
Andrea James, Bachelor of Science in Fire and Emergency Management.
Darren Jefferson, U.S. Army, Bachelor of Science in Liberal Studies.
Jesse Jones, U.S. Air Force, Bachelor of Science in Liberal Studies.
Chance Kazmarski, Bachelor of Science in Fire and Emergency Management.
Lori Kirk, Bachelor of Science in Early Childhood Administration.
Felicia Kluge, U.S. Army veteran, Bachelor of Science in Communication.
Barbara Ladodge, Bachelor of Science in Communication.
Tuan Lee, U.S. Army, Bachelor of Science in Liberal Studies.
Alwyn Lee, Bachelor of Science in Liberal Studies, Leadership.
Brian Leisure, U.S. Army veteran, Bachelor of Science in Liberal Studies.
Lamont Lewis II, U.S. Army, Bachelor of Science in Liberal Studies.
Wendy Lucas, Bachelor of Science in Early Childhood Administration.
Kevin Maggio, U.S. Marines veteran, Bachelor of Science in Fire and Emergency Management.
Evelyn Mandeville, Bachelor of Science in Early Childhood Administration.
Kylie McLean, Bachelor of Science in Early Childhood Administration.
Joanna Ora Beverly Courtney Medina, Bachelor of Science in Early Childhood Administration.
Shauna Mayer, Bachelor of Science in Early Childhood Administration.
Mark Mingle, U.S. Army, Bachelor of Science in Liberal Studies.
Gerline Merizier, Bachelor of Science in Early Childhood Administration.
Kiana Miller, Bachelor of Science in Early Childhood Administration.
Michael Monaghan, Bachelor of Science in Fire and Emergency Management.
Thomas Murphy, U.S. Army, Bachelor of Science in Fire Science.
Angel Nash, Bachelor of Science in Liberal Studies.
Samantha Neeram, Bachelor of Science in Early Childhood Administration.
Bright Obang, U.S. Army, Bachelor of Science in Liberal Studies, Leadership.
Ashley Olivera, Bachelor of Science in Communication.
Natasha Owner, Bachelor of Science in Early Childhood Administration.
Allison Payne, Bachelor of Science in Liberal Studies.
Jason Pickering, U.S. Navy veteran, Bachelor of Science in Fire and Emergency Management.
Lori Postma, Bachelor of Science in Fire and Emergency Management.
Tabitha Prieto, U.S. Navy, Bachelor of Science in Liberal Studies.
Eslyn Rodriguez, Bachelor of Science in Early Childhood Administration.
Emily Romanovich, Bachelor of Science in Communication.
Robin Rosamond, U.S. Air Force veteran, Bachelor of Science in Liberal Studies.
Tanisha Ross, Bachelor of Science in Communication.
Gregory Lorne Roy, U.S. Marines veteran, Bachelor of Science in Fire Science.
Leanne Sazo, Bachelor of Science in Early Childhood Administration.
Jacqueline Skonk, Bachelor of Science in Early Childhood Administration.
Cassandra Shannon, Bachelor of Science in Early Childhood Administration.
Fiona Shields, Bachelor of Science in Liberal Studies.
Aaron Smith, U.S. Army, Bachelor of Science in Liberal Studies.
Antonio St. Louis, U.S. Army, Bachelor of Science in Communication.
Madeline Staszewski, Bachelor of Science in Communication.
Matthew Swisher, U.S. Navy, Bachelor of Science in Liberal Studies.
Kenesha Thomas, Bachelor of Science in Early Childhood Administration.
Kylie J. Thompson, Bachelor of Science in Early Childhood Administration.
Ralph Vega, Bachelor of Science in Communication.
Andrew Vincent, Bachelor of Science in Communication.
Trisha Wade, Bachelor of Science in Liberal Studies, Leadership.
Jason Webb, U.S. Army, Bachelor of Science in Liberal Studies.
Brian Wilson, U.S. Air Force veteran, Bachelor of Science in Liberal Studies.
Jeremy Winchell, U.S. Army, Bachelor of Science in Liberal Studies.
Tegan Witchin, Bachelor of Science in Early Childhood Administration.
Kevin Yamauchi, Bachelor of Science in Fire and Emergency Management.
Grant Yoakum, Bachelor of Science in Fire Science.
Danielle Elliott, Associate of Applied Science in Early Childhood Development.
Jennifer Estrada, Associate of Applied Science in Early Childhood Development.
Russell Lambert, U.S. Air Force veteran, Associate of Applied Science in Fire Science.
Brian Lewis, U.S. Navy veteran, Associate of Applied Science in Fire Science.
Joseph Lombardo, U.S. Army, Associate of Applied Science in Fire Science.
David Patnoda, Associate of Applied Science in Fire Science.
Stevie Keene, Associate of Science in Professional Studies.
So now, it's time for the ceremonial tassel turning. Please put on your cap and tassel from your ceremony kit if you're not already wearing it. I have the great honor of taking formal action to confer your degrees. On the recommendation of the faculty of Purdue University Global, with the approval of the Board of Trustees, and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the state of Indiana, I confer upon each of you the certificate, associate's, bachelor's, master's, or doctoral degree as you have been designated with all the rights, privileges, and obligations that pertain thereto, and of which your diploma shall forever be the testament. Graduates, you may now change your tassel to the left side of your cap. It is my tremendous pleasure to present the 2021 graduating class of Purdue University Global.